Welcome everyone to a landmark episode 100 of EDH Commander Challenge. I'm your host, BT. Thank you all so much for the support over these last 2.5 years. I can't thank you enough for everything you do on a weekly basis for this channel. Whether you're a viewer, you leave your kind comments, you're a family member, a Twitter follower, a patron pledge hammer, you're a playgroup member, in any way, shape, or form that you've helped out this channel, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys rock. Cheers to each and every one of you, and cheers to another 100 episodes in the future. Now you guys know today is very special, not just because we're at 100 episodes, but also today marks our first female playgroup member will finally debut. That's right. As promised, as we mentioned over the last couple of weeks, Emma will be debuting in her first ever multiplayer. But just because you guys are awesome, we're also going to give you her first 1v1 match all today. That's right, you're getting 2 episodes for the price of 1 right here today. Now we're going to start things off with the 1v1 match, and I asked Emma who she'd want to play against in her first ever MTG match, and I was honored that she chose me. Until I saw the general she was playing. Then I got scared, and I kid you not, I probably screamed like Ned Flanders afterwards. Anyways, without any further ado, let's check out those opening hands. First we have Emma, who is playing her Mono Red Heartless Hidetsugu deck. Her opening hand consists of Barbed Lightning, Lightning Strike, Rain of Rust, Survey the Wreckage, Soul Ring, and 2 mountains. Meanwhile, I'm playing my mono white Nahiri the Lithomancer deck, and my opening hand consists of 2 plains, Knight of the White Orchid, Weathered Wayfarer, Moon Silver Spear, Smothering Tithe, and Shield of Cauldra. Emma won the dice roll, so she'll be starting us off. Let's go! Emma plays a mountain and casts Soul Ring on turn 1 in her first MTG game ever. I play a plains and cast Weathered Wayfarer and pass. Emma plays a basic and casts Swiftfoot Boots and passes. During my turn, I use my Wayfarer's ability to add Emaria, the Sky Ruin, to my hand, which I then put into play tapped and pass. Emma plays a basic and casts a turn 3 Heartless Hidetsugu and passes. I cast Knight of the White Orchid to gain a free plains into play as Emma has more lands than me. Then I play another basic and pass. Emma starts her turn by equipping her general with some footwear. Then she uses its ability to cut our life totals in half before passing. For my turn, I play a basic land and cast Moon Silver Spear. Then I attack Emma with both of my creatures. Emma casts Lightning Strike, roasting my knight, and takes 1 from my Wayfarer before I pass. Emma casts Vulshock Sorcerer and uses it to poke away my Wayfarer and passes. I play a basic and cast Path to Exile on the Sorcerer as I can't target her general. Emma gets a free basic land from her deck into play tapped. Then I cast my Nahiri the Lithomancer. I use its +2 to make a core soldier token and equip it with the spear for free before passing. During my end step, Emma taps Heartless again to cut our life totals in half once more. Emma plays a basic and uses her Heartless again cutting our life totals in half for the third time. Then she casts Barbed Lightning with Entwine, dealing 3 damage to both myself and my creature token, which pretty much puts me at death's door. Then she passes. For my turn, I use Nahiri's +2 again to make a core soldier and give it the spear. Then I cast Smothering Tithe, followed by Skullclamp before passing. Emma, who claims to love me, pays 2 mana, refusing to give me any treasures. Hashtag tough love is real. Then casts Rain of Rust to blow up my spear. Then she moves into combat and attacks me with her Heartless, forcing me to block with my 1 remaining token to survive. Then she passes. I use Nahiri's +2 again for my turn and attach the core soldier with my Skullclamp, which dies, and I draw 2 cards. Then I cast Stoneforge Mystic. And with its effect, I add Loxodon Warhammer as I need life desperately at this point in the game, and then I cast it before I pass. Again, Emma pays the type tax, so no treasures for me. Then she casts Dragon Master Outcast. She almost passes the turn, but then pretty much blows me a kiss of death by casting Thermo Alchemist. Then she uses Heartless to cut our life totals in half again. To which I say, well, at this point I have lifelink, so when I equip next turn, I win. To which she replies, her boots are made for walking, which I completely forgot was on the field. She equips the Alchemist and taps it, dealing me 1 damage and killing me in the process. Emma wins her debut and proves that behind every great man is a badass woman playing an OP red deck. As you can see, Emma ran circles around me here, but can she do the same thing in her first ever multiplayer match? Emma, myself, Francis, and Gemi will now do battle in a 4-person multi. Without any further ado, let's go check out those opening hands. Introducing first, with an opening hand of Godless Shrine, Hinterland Harbor, Shivan Reef, Lightning Greaves, Worship, Sentinel Sliver, Pulmonic Sliver, and he wields the General, the first Sliver. He is the mad scientist, Francis. Next, with an opening hand of 4 mountains, Barbed Lightning, Pillage, and Browbeat. With a General of Heartless Hidetsugu, we have the undefeated, seemingly unstoppable Emma. Next, with an opening hand of 2 planes, Helm of Kaldra, Skullclamp, Loxodon Warhammer, Masterwork of Ingenuity, and a Soul Ring, and wielding Nahiri the Lithomancer, we have yours truly, the host, BT. And finally, with an opening hand of an island, Isolated Chapel, Sun Petal Grove, Worn Power Stone, Elemental Bond, Sidisi Undead Vizier, Savannah, and a General of Morophon the Boundless, we have the one and only Mr. Gemi. After the dice roll off camera, yours truly will start things off. Let's begin the challenge. I play a Plains and cast Skullclamp and pass. Gemi plays Savannah and cast Miri's Guile passing. Emma plays a mountain and passes. Francis plays Hinterland Harbor and passes. I play a Plains and cast both Soul Ring and a foil Helm of Kaldra. Then I pass. During his upkeep, Gemi checks his top 3 cards with his Guile. Then he plays an Isolated Chapel and passes. Emma plays another mountain and passes. Francis plays Godless Shrine tapped and passes. I play a Plains and cast my Nahiri the Lithomancer. I use her +2 ability to make a core soldier token and equip it with the helm. Then I attack Gemi for 1 whole damage and pass. Gemi checks his top 3 cards again with his Guile. Then he plays a Sun Petal Grove and casts Worn Power Stone before passing. Emma plays another basic and decides to show more tough love to me today by casting Pillage and blows up my Soul Ring, all the while giving me the most devilish smile I wish you could all see, before she passes the turn. Jeez, babe. Francis plays a Shivan Reef and tells me not to worry, that even though my Soul Ring is gone, he'll cast his own so I can look at it. Wow. Hashtag burn. Then he casts Lightning Greaves and Sentinel Sliver, which then equips with the Greaves. But not looking to make enemies, he passes rather than attacking. For my turn, I get some revenge on Emma by using Nahiri's -2 effect to drop Sword of Body and Mind into play. I then pay 2 to equip my token with it and attack Emma with it for 3. The sword triggers grant me a wolf token, and Emma mills her top 10 cards from her deck before I pass the turn. All the while Emma threatens heavy payback later, which sends a cold shiver down my spine. During his upkeep, Gemi uses his Guile again, then casts the ultimate mana fixer, Chromatic Lantern. Then he plays Crosis' Catacombs, the first ever layer land on EDHCC, bouncing his Sun Petal Grove, and casts Elemental Bond before passing. Emma plays another basic and casts Browbeat. Gemi chooses to take 5 damage to avoid Emma drawing more cards. She then casts Wayfarer's Bauble and passes. Francis is still a little bit color short before it can start going off, so for now, he casts Worship and passes. I play Field of Ruin and then attack Gemi with my Core Soldier for 3. I make another Wolf token, and Gemi mills 10 cards. In my second main phase, I use Nahiri's +2 again to make another Core Soldier, which I equip with my Skullclamp. The soldier dies, and I draw 2 cards from my deck before passing. During his upkeep, Gemi again uses his Guile's effect. Then he replays his Sun Petal Grove and casts his new general, Morophon the Boundless, calling dragons and drawing a card from his bond trigger before passing. Emma plays her 5th basic to cast her general, Heartless Hidetsugu, and passes. Francis plays Clifftop Retreat and casts Pulmonic Sliver and equips it with his Lightning Greaves before passing the turn. During his end step, I sack my Field of Ruin to blow up Gemi's Lair land, and we each search out a basic and put it into play. I play a basic and use Nahiri's +2 again to make a core token, and I equip it again to my clamp to draw 2 more cards. Then I cast Masterwork of Ingenuity, copying my sword. Then I equip it, as well as my skullclamp, to my core soldier, making it a 6/4. I attack Gemi with it, as he's my biggest threat. Gemi doesn't block, and claims he can nearly OTK everyone fairly soon anyways, and takes the damage. I get to make 2 more wolves, and Gemi's forced to mill 20 cards. Ouch. Then I pass. As Gemi triggers his Guile during his upkeep, worried about the potential OTKs he was just referring to, I cast Silence on him, preventing him from playing any spells for the duration of his turn. So he plays an island and passes. Emma plays another basic and casts Barbed Lightning with Entwine. She targets one of my wolf tokens for 3 damage, and Francis himself for the other 3 damage. She also uses Heartless' ability in response, cutting everyone's life total in half. Then she passes. Francis, still being a little bit color short, casts Firewake Sliver and passes. I play a Plains and use Nahiri's +2 again to use it with Skullclamp so I can draw 2 more cards. Then I cast a foil Gauntlet of Power, calling white, followed by Luminarch's Ascension. Then I move into combat and I attack Francis with my core soldier. Francis declares no blocks and takes the damage. He mills 20 cards while I make 2 more wolf tokens. Then I pass. Gemi plays Reliquary Tower and casts Worldly Tutor, allowing him to place Joda, Archmage Eternal, on the top of his deck. Then, making full use of his general, he casts Broodmate Dragon, which also makes him a 4/4 dragon token in the process. He also draws 2 cards from his elemental bond triggers. Then he casts the Joda that he drew from all of those 2 cards before passing. During the end step, I gain 1 quest counter on my Ascension. Emma plays a basic and casts Starstorm where X is 5, dealing 5 damage to all creatures in play. After Francis uses the Firewake ability of his Slivers to sack his Pulmonic and Firewake Slivers to boost his Sentinel by +4/+4, and Emma uses Heartless' Subtap ability to make us each lose half of our life totals, all creatures except Sentinel Sliver, Morophon, and my core soldier are wiped out. And via its effect, Pulmonic is placed on the top of Francis' deck rather than the graveyard. Then Emma passes. Francis recasts his pulmonic sliver and equips it with greaves again before passing, which allows me to get another quest counter on my ascension during the end step. I play a basic and cast Leonina Bonus, giving my artifacts hexproof. Then I cast Loxodon Warhammer, which I then equip to my soldier. Then I attack Gemi with my OP soldier token. Gemi is forced to block with Morophon, taking 3 damage and milling another 20 cards, while I gain 9 life and make 2 more wolf tokens. Then I pass, realizing I forgot to use Nahiri's ability this turn. My bad. Gemi cast Fist of Suns, followed by Beseech the Queen for 6. Adding Wasatora, Nikoru Queen to his hand. Then he casts Obelisk of Naya before passing, giving me another quest counter on my ascension. Emma plays a basic and recasts Heartless before passing, which gives me my 4th counter and makes my Luminarch's Ascension active. Francis plays City of Brass and wants to cast the first Sliver, but decides he needs some protection, seeing as how his life total is relatively low, and wants to make good use of his worship in play by casting Sliver Hivelord. He takes 2 damage from the brass and the reef for colors. He equips the Hivelord with his greaves before passing. During his end step, I make 2 angel tokens. I play a basic and use Nahiri's +2 to make a core soldier token. I then pay 12 mana to cast and equip my favorite equipment spell in the game, Argentum Armor, to my core soldier. Then I move to combat and send my 15 power core soldier at Francis, 2 5/5 angels at Gemi, and my 2 2/2 wolves at Emma. With the armor trigger, I blow up Francis's worship. Gemi dies to the angel tokens, and Francis, being unable to block with his Hivelord due to my sword's protection of some of its colors, tries blocking with his other 2 creatures, but falls to the trample damage. Emma blocks and kills one of my wolves and takes 2 damage. I make 2 more wolves and gain 15 life and pass. Emma calls me lucky as she's holding a fireball, but even using her Heartless ability, she doesn't have enough mana to be able to finish me off with the fireball on her turn, and can't deal with another combat phase since she didn't draw the ensnaring bridge that she was hoping for. Thus, she surrenders the game and gives me the win, but makes me worried that she won't cook for me for the next month as a result. Francis' worship strategy was good. If only he didn't have so much mana trouble, he could have easily run away with the game. Hopefully we'll see more of Gemi's Morophon deck in the future. He didn't have much chance to really show off what he could do, since the Starstorm board wipe and mill really hurt his strategy a great deal. However, he could have won if he was playing Patriarch's Bidding or Rise of the Dark Realms with all the dragons I saw in his graveyard. Emma survived until the final 2, but a burn deck's worst enemy will always be life gain, or in this game, life link. And as for myself, Sword of Body and Mind is often considered to be an afterthought compared to other swords like Fire and Ice or feast and famine, or even light and shadow. But in this game, it proved to be everyone's worst nightmare, giving me a steady supply of wolf tokens to block, and being able to mill a large amount of important cards in everyone's decks. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to consider becoming a patron if you enjoy our content. Give you access to some sweet bonuses and you'll help out the channel at the same time. Happy Canada Day, by the way, everyone, and thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're a fan of EDH gameplay and you like whether it be 1v1 or multiplayer and you want to be part of the ever-growing Command Your Challenge family, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and notification bell down below. We do weekly videos. Don't forget as well to like, comment, share our videos, but most importantly, enjoy them. On behalf of all of our members here, I'm your host, BT. Feel free to check out all of the videos in the channel. Join our game. It's now your turn. Cheers!